Jai Hind students, welcome to physics lecture of grade 10. Today we will discuss a very important and very interesting concept. That concept is of lenses. I am saying that every one of us is using lenses in our day-to-day life. Am I incorrect? I am correct. Whatever we see the world through our eyes, and in our eye there is a lens that is called the eye lens. In our mobile phones, cameras are fitted, and cameras they use lens. Projectors, they also use this lens. Telescopes, microscopes, all these devices they use the lens. So a very simple question is, what a lens is? First of all, I have worn spectacles. These spectacles, they are also the lenses. So can you tell me something about this spectacle, about this surface? First of all, this surface is a transparent. So I am using lens, so lenses are transparent. So what is the lens? It is a transparent medium. In my lenses, it's glass. Transparent medium bounded by two refracting surfaces. Two refracting surfaces, at least one of them is curved. There are two main transparent medium, two refracting surfaces, at least one of them is curved. Now let us say I have made this surface. Is this surface a lens? No. Why? Because these two surfaces are plane. It is not a lens. If I do like this, is this a lens? Yes, because it is a curve. If I do like this, is it a lens? It's a lens. If I do this, is it a lens? This is a lens. Why? Because minimum one surface is curved. This is a plain glass. It is not a lens. I think now you are able to distinguish between plain glass and the lens. Now, types of lenses. What are the types of lenses? Lenses are of two types. First lens is concave lens. This lens is used by the people in spectacles who are unable to see the distant objects clearly. What the concave lens is? Concave lens, it is a lens which is thick at edges and thin in the middle. Which is thick at edges and thin in the, which is thick at edges and thin in the middle. Look at this lens. This lens is concave. Why it is called concave? In the concept of mirrors, I told you concave means inner. So its refracting surface is concave. So that's why this lens is concave. If you look at this, it is thick at the edges and it is thin in the middle. So, and this lens is called the biconcave. Why? Because bi means two. It is having two concave surfaces. Second is this lens, it is plano-concave. Why? One surface is concave, another one is plane. And third is this surface. What is this surface? One concave, another convex. So I will see it as a convexo-concave. This surface is convexo-concave. So what this is? This is concave lens. Why concave? Because one of the surface is concave, in which refraction takes place from the inner surface. Now similarly, convex lens. Convex lens. Convex lens, it is the opposite of the concave. What I have written? Thick at edges and thin in the middle. So what I will write here? Convex lens. Convex means outer. So convex lens is the lens which is thin at edges and thick in the middle, like this. If you look at this lens is convex. Why? Because this is the outer surface, this is inner surface. Outer surface is called convex, inner is called concave. So it is thin at the edges and it is thick in the middle. So this lens is called the biconcave lens. Another category is, let us say, again this is a convex. If I attach a plane surface, it will be plano-convex. And again this is a convex lens and this is concave, so it is concavo-convex. So this lens is concavo-convex. So these are the types of the convex lenses. Thin at the edges and thick in the middle. So this lens is the convex lens. Now, to understand the concept of lens, let's understand some basic terms in lenses. What are the basic terms? Some of these terms you have done in the mirrors also. Now, basic terms in lenses. First is centers of curvature. Why centers? Why not center? Because in it I am having the two surfaces. Let us say I am having, this is the convex lens and this is concave lens. Right? Now all of you know, with the help of the compass I can draw the center of, complete the sphere of this surface. With the help of the compass I can also complete the sphere of this surface. Now their center is called the center of curvature. This is C1 and this is C2. Similarly, this was the second surface. So let me draw the center of the second surface. So what this is? Second surface center C1. C1 is here and first surface center. So let me draw the sphere of the first surface of which this surface was a part. Let us say it is C2. C1 and C2 are interchanged. Alright? Now, this C1 and C2 are the center of curvatures. Second point is principal axis. What is principal axis? Principal axis, it is the line joining the center of curvature. So let me draw a line which joins the center of curvatures. So this line that I have drawn here, this line is the principal axis. So principal axis, it is the line which joins the centers of curvatures of refracting surfaces of the lens. So this line, it is the principal axis, because this line it joins C1 and C2. So you can write the line joining the centers of curvature of spherical surfaces of the lens. So how can I define the principal axis? I am repeating the definition once again. It is the line which joins the centers of curvature of spherical surfaces of the lens. So that line is given the name of the principal axis. Third definition is optical center. So let me define the third term, that is the optical center. What is the meaning of the term optical center? Let's say we are having a thick lens. What I'm talking about the thick lens, and this is principal axis, and this is the point that I'm taking it as a optical center. What is the speciality of this point that I'm going to discuss? Now, let us say a ray of light is incidenting on this surface. This is rarer, this is denser, so it will move towards the normal. So as a result of this, there will be change in the path of the ray of light. If this ray passes through the optical center, then what will happen? This ray, it will emerge in such a way that incident ray and emergent ray will remain parallel to one another. So how can I define optical center? Optical center of a lens is a point on principal axis such that a ray of light incidenting the lens, if it passes through optical center, then it emerges parallel to the incident ray. I am repeating it again. What the optical center is? Optical center is a point on principal axis such that an incident ray falling on the lens, if it passes through the optical center, then it emerges parallel to the incident ray. No, emergent ray and incident ray, they are parallel to one another. So this point is called the optical center. This is the definition applicable everywhere. But in your syllabus, we are having thin spherical lenses. That is, if we are having a thin lens, whether convex or concave, if it is a thin lens, what happens? Let us say this is the principal axis, this is optical center. It is the point on principal axis such that a ray of light passes through without any deviation. Let us say again, it is a concave lens. Now, if we are having a optical center, let us say a ray of light, it passes through this point without any deviation. So how can I define the optical center? One way is this, that I told you, it is a point on principal axis such that a ray of light incident on the lens, if it passes through optical center, it emerges parallel to the incident ray. Second point is, optical center of a thin lens is that point through which light ray passes without any deviation. So this is the definition of the optical center. In your syllabus, we are having thin lenses. So what is the optical center? It is a point on principal axis such that ray of light passes through it without any deviation. And after optical center, move to the fourth point. That fourth point is of principal focus. Principal focus. What is the meaning of the term principal focus? You have also done this principal focus in the mirror also. So let's discuss what is the principal focus. If I say focus your attention on the studies, what does it mean? Don't divert. Remain attentive to your studies only. Think for the studies only. So what is the principal focus? Let us say this is the convex lens, right? And this is the convex lens, and this point is the optical center. Now let us say we are having the rays of light which are parallel to the principal axis. Now where these rays of light will go? Where they will go? They move towards the areas of more thickness. In convex lens, thickness increases as we move to principal axis, and here also thickness move as we move to principal axis. So a parallel ray, it will move towards principal axis. Why? Because thickness increases. So what will happen? These parallel rays, they meet each other at a point. That point is called principal focus. This point is called the principal focus. So what is the principal focus? Principal focus of a convex lens is a point on principal axis such that rays parallel to principal axis meet each other after refraction from the lens. If I have to define the principal focus of a concave mirror, concave lens, not mirror. Let us say this is the lens, and we are having this principal axis. This point is optical center O. Now, if we are having the rays of light which are parallel to principal axis, but where they will go? They will go to the area of more thickness. Thickness is increasing there, so they will move upward. It will move downward. So what will happen in this case? This ray of light, it diverges like this. So, but it will appear that if this ray of light is coming from here, so similarly this ray of light, it also diverges, and it appears that this ray of light, it is coming here, and both these rays, it will appear that if both these rays are meeting at the same point. So what is the principal focus? Principal focus of a concave lens is a point on principal axis where rays parallel to the principal axis appears to meet after reflection from the concave lens. So this is the definition of the principal focus. I am repeating the definition, combined definition for the lens. Principal focus is a point on principal axis where rays parallel to principal axis meet or appears to meet after refraction from the lens. So this is the definition of principal focus. This definition is important, and sometimes it is usually asked in the examination. Now, fifth definition is focal length. All of you know about the focal length. Focal length, it is the distance between optical center and principal focus. Optical center is O, principal focus is F. Optical center is O, principal focus is O. So I can say the distance between optical center and principal focus is called focal length. So F is, small f represents focal length. It is the separation between optical center and the principal focus. And its SI unit is meter. Why? Because SI unit of length is meter. So SI unit of focal length is meter. Now students, remember one thing. This focal length, on what factors the focal length depends. The focal length, it depends on the radius of curvatures of the refracting surfaces that I have drawn in that. That is, this was the lens, right? So, what this is, C1 or C2? It is C2. And what this is? This is C1. So, this is optical center. So, what can I say? This is R1, this is R2. So, it R1 and R2. So, and F, it also depends on the refractive index. What does it mean? It means that if this is the lens, if you put this lens in water, they will be changed in its focal length. But if you put a lens in, if you put a spherical mirror in the water, there will not be any change in its focal length, because the focal length of a mirror, it only depends on radius of curvature. Whereas in case of a lens, it depends on the refractive index, it depends on the R1 and R2. And what is the formula? For a thin lens, the formula is 1 by f equals to mu minus 1 multiplied by 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. What is the mu? Mu is the refractive index. Mu is the refractive index of material of the lens. I am writing here as the glass, and A is the air is the surrounding medium. So you can say this is the material of the glass and the surrounding medium. So it depends on the refractive index of material of the glass with respect to the surrounding medium. So you can say it depends on the focal length. It depends on the refractive index of material of lens with respect to the surrounding medium. S for surrounding medium and M for the say material of the lens. So this is about the focal length. Now after focal length, in lenses, how many surfaces we have? We are having two surfaces from where refraction will take place. In mirror, how many reflecting surfaces we were having? We were having single reflecting surface. So there was a single focus in case of spherical mirror. But since spherical lenses are having two refracting surfaces, so there will be the two focal points. So I am discussing them. Next is first focal point, or you can give the name first principal focus. First principal focus. What is the first focal point and first principal focus? Let us say this is a convex lens and this is optical center. Here I am going to place the object. So what is the first focal point? Let us say this point is represented as F1. What is the speciality of this point? This point, it says that this point speciality is that if we place an object on the F1, what will happen? The image, it will be formed at infinity, because if the rays are parallel after refraction, we say that image is formed at the infinity. So first focal point of a spherical lens is the point where an object is placed such that its image is formed at infinity. So that point is called the first focal point. And what is the first focal point in case of concave lenses? So let us say this is concave lens. This point is optical center. Now, let us say this is f1. This is f2. Why I have written f1 here? It is because if rays of light are directed towards the focus, let us say rays of the light, they are directed towards the focus. What will happen? They will become parallel to principal axis. So here f1 is taken as a virtual, this object is taken as a virtual object. So what we can say? We can say that first focal point is the point on principal axis such that if an object is placed at that point, its image is formed at infinity. So clear? First focal point means the point, if you place the object there, its image will be formed at infinity. So, and what is the first focal length? First focal length f1 is the distance between optical center and the first focal point. Next is second focal point or second principal focus. Second focal point and second principal focus. What is the second focal point? How can we define the second focal point? Listen everyone. The second focal point, let us say we are having this convex lens, right? And this point is at optical center. Now we know that f1 is here, so c1 is here. Let us say f2 is here, c2 is here. If object is at infinity, where its image is formed? Its image is formed at focus, right? So that point is called the second focal point. And in case of concave lens, let us say this is the concave lens. This point is optical center, and here this is f2. C2, why f2? I will just tell you f1 and c1. Now, if object is at infinity, what does it mean? It means object is not visible, it is very, very far away from us. And rays of light are parallel to one another. So what you will find? You will find that the image, as I told you, image is formed on the image is formed at f2, right? So what is the second focal point? Second focal point is a point on principal axis, okay, such that, let me repeat it again. Second focal point is a point on principal axis where image of an object which is placed at infinity is formed after refraction from the lens. In first focal point, what is the first focal point? It is the point on principal axis where object is to be placed so that its image is formed at infinity after refraction from the lens. And what about the second? Reverse of this. That is, it is the point on principal axis where image of an object is formed when object is at infinity and image is formed after refraction. So second focal point is the point on principal axis where image of an object is formed after refraction when object is at infinity. When object infinity, where image is formed? that point is second focal point. And when image is formed at infinity where object is placed, that is the first focal point. And the distance between optical center and the second focal point is the second focal length. And in fact, I can say f1 equals to f2. f1 equals to f2. It can be also proved that, right? So this was about the second focal point. Now, there is a term which is called the focal plane. Second focal plane. What is the second focal plane? Second focal plane is the vertical plane which passes through the second focal point. And what is the first focal plane? First focal point, as I defined. Now, what is the first focal plane? It is a vertical plane which passes through the first focal point. So these are the important terms that we use in the lenses. In the next lecture, we will discuss the image formation in the lenses along with the lens formula. Thank you and have a nice day.